So we're going to go ahead and launch PowerPoint. And when we first come in, we're in Backstage View because you have to pick either a template or a blank presentation. You could also opt to open an existing presentation. But what we're going to do for this first one is use a template called Welcome to PowerPoint. So we're going to select it, and then we're going to click on Create. And just kind of a brief explanation of what you're seeing. We'll start from the top left. We've got our quick access toolbar, which is very similar to Word and Excel. We've got Save, Undo, and Redo. We've got a Start from Beginning Slideshow button. So you can actually click on this and run your slideshow, and it does not matter what slide you're viewing. If you click that button, it's going to start from the top, from slide 1. In the middle, it shows the name of our presentation. The default name is Presentation 1. Once we save this, it'll show whatever name we give it. And then on the right, this would be the signed in user, and we've got the window manipulation buttons. This button basically changes how the ribbon displays or how the ribbon interacts when you're in PowerPoint. Below your title bar area, you have top level tabs that always display. And then we've got the ribbons that have the groups and the commands. And many of the commands that you're going to see are very similar to what you used in Word and Excel. We do have a couple of ribbons that are unique to PowerPoint, and they basically deal with customizing your slideshow and actually running the slideshow. So as we use commands in those ribbons, we will discuss what the various commands do. Below the ribbon, the window splits, and there's actually 3 different sections. You can't see the third section, but I'll show you how to display it. Over on the left, we have a little mini slide view. You can kind of get an idea of what all the slides look like, and you can actually click on these mini slides, and it will display the slide itself over in the larger slide view. This larger slide view is where you're going to edit the content that is in your slides. Right below the larger slide view is an area for speaker notes. And you'll notice it says notes here down on the status bar. If you click on that, you can actually display the area for the speaker notes. And you might be thinking, oh, that is hardly any room to type. Well, you'll notice there's a line above it. And if you put your mouse on that, you're going to get a double-headed arrow because you can resize the note area. So you can make it bigger, key in your speaker notes, and then you can make it smaller, or you can hide it altogether. Okay, so this is called normal view. This is typically where you work on your slide, and it does have 3 sections. It's got the mini slide view, it's got your full slide, and then you've got a notes pane. Now, on this bottom bar where your notes button is, this is a status bar. On the left-hand slide, it is telling you what slide you are looking on out of the total. And over towards the right, we have different views. So right now we are in normal view, that is the default. We have slide sorter view, and that shows you multiple slides. We have reading view, and then we have slideshow view. Slideshow view will run your presentation from the selected slide. So right now I have slide 4 selected, and if I clicked on this, it would run the presentation from slide 4. Okay, that's a little bit different than this top button. This top button always begins with slide 1. Now, next to our different views, we do have a zoom, and this works pretty much the same as Microsoft Word. So you'd zoom in, see the content larger. You can zoom out. And this works in all the various views. So if I go back to normal view, let's say I have trouble seeing something, I can zoom in, and that lets me see it better. And you may be thinking, well, is there a way that I can modify how big the mini slides are? All you have to do is position over this bar, and you can left drag and make those mini slides bigger, or you can make them smaller. Okay, it's kind of a matter of personal preference. Does not matter really how big or small these are. It's whatever is easiest for you to use. So at this point, they do want us to run the show. So I'm just going to click on Start. And to advance your slides, you do have to left click your mouse. And they do want you to kind of read this. But I'm just going to click kind of through it. And once you hit the black slide, it indicates you are at the end of the show. So you just left click again, and then that takes you back into PowerPoint. So at this point, we are going to save this. We're going to go to File and Save As. And we're going to click on Browse because we need to find the PowerPoint S1 folder. So you do need to navigate to that folder. And we are going to call this 1-MP PowerPoint 2016. And we're going to click on Save. And they would like me to show you printing, although we're not actually going to print. So if we go to File and Print, you can see the default for printing is to do a full slide per page. Okay, that is the default, and the default is also to print all the slides, and these are the two controls that are specifying that. So you'll notice that under Print All Slides, you can choose to print only the current slide or a range of slides. And under Full Page, you have lots of options. You can print out the slide and the notes. You can just do an outline, which is text only, or you can do a variety of handouts. Okay, it just depends on why you're printing out the slides. Okay, if you were giving a presentation and you needed handouts, I probably would choose this one because this one shows the slides and it allows people to take notes. Okay, but there's a lot of different variations and options. We will be discussing this more. One other thing I'm going to show you though is if you are printing at home, color ink is expensive, so I would probably change this to grayscale. And you can see that would save you quite a bit of money. Okay, the default is color, okay, but not a problem to change it to black and white. So I'm going to click the back button and save this. And at this point, we are done with this little presentation. And the next activity involves creating a presentation from scratch.